I'd listened to your CD and I read your book. It's fantastic. You have a beautiful voice, by the way.
Thank you.
How many of these places have you gone right now to do the tour for your book?
Well, this is the first one actually in the States. I did a 4-month tour with Chapters Indigos in Canada, and we organized this mini tour in LA and Las Vegas. So this is the very first Barnes&Noble that I came to.
Is this the first time you've been in LA?
Second time. I've been here a few years ago just for a visit.
Just for a visit?
Days.
So
yeah.
It wasn't professional?
No, it was not at the time, no.
Do you have friends or family out here?
I have a couple of friends, but they're not in LA now, so they're in Australia.
Okay. So your book's called Remember Who You Are.
Yes.
And that's a great title, by the way.
Thank you.
In the book, you say that you've accepted who you are. Can you explain what that means?
Yes, I noticed that in general we have this thing. Sometimes we go against who we are. We want something, and we're so focused on what we want that we don't realize that that is not what we're supposed to do. And it would be just so easy to relax for a second and really think and look inside and find who we really are and go with that, and it will go much, much smoother and much easier. So I kept pushing away that side of me, which is the classical music. That's what I mean in my book. I wanted to do pop, pop, pop. Thought that once you do classical, that's all you do, but it's not true. You can bring them together, and that is who I am. I discovered after I actually finished my album and almost finished writing the book, I discovered that I'm actually writing for people to remember who you are, and I was the one who didn't remember until the end of my project.
Yeah.
And that's when I had to open my files again and write about it.
Sometimes that's the way it has to be done, so that
Yes.
you're writing really to yourself.
Yes, I have to admit this project is quite selfish.
Well, that's fine. I think that a lot of people, I've talked to some people who've listened to the album and they haven't read your book yet, and I was too selfish with the book because you take each song that you have and you tell a little bit of a story, and then but you have a lot to tell.
Yes, and I wish I did, like I expanded more, which I can in the next print. I'll probably have the book like double in size because...
So you haven't told your whole story yet. You're still
Well,
no,
I took see the way I did it. I didn't write the songs first. I could never write music before. I was just writing as a child. Also, always liked to write about anything that came to mind. And I thought, how can I trick myself to write music? So what I did, I took each story that I wrote, transformed it into lyrics, and the melody just came after. And after I finished all my songs, I thought I could just put these stories into a book form and let people know where these songs are coming from. But at the time I thought to make it shorter, so I don't bore people. But now I think about it and I'm thinking, I should have just set it all in there, put it all in there.
In the book.
In the book,
yeah.
Which
well, that's
I
why
will,
you write a book,
probably, yeah. That's probably what I'm going to do for the next print.
And it's actually a challenge to write the song, because you're taking a whole story and you're condensing it into a small.
Yes, that's why
set
probably I had such a hard, and I still have a hard time writing a song from scratch because I like to talk, and I like to say a lot.
Yes.
And lyrics, I feel like they put me in a box. So that's why I got to write first, and then I pull out the essence and turn it into lyrics. And
this isn't your final album. You're going to do another.
Oh, this is just my first.
Good.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad that we're going to get to see more and listen to more of what you have. When did you first start performing?
I was 5. Yeah, I see, back in Romania, that's where I was born, and I grew up. It was a little bit different than here. It was very difficult to get into a school for the arts because you didn't pay. You just had to have the talent, and there were a limited number of spots available. So a teacher basically from grade 1 literally took me by the hand and enrolled me in the school for the arts. And I was actually accepted in the ballet department and the music department.
Did you see yourself as being more of a dancer or a singer, or did you think that this was you wanted to do it all? Be a performer?
I like dancing, and I did actual ballet. I was never the best dancer in class. I was the one that would always remember the moves.
Yes.
And that's why the teacher would always put me in the front line, but I was not the best one. But it helped me on stage now. It's like I know I wasn't going to be a dancer, you know. But again, it helped me tremendously. And even now, with stamina on stage, and I like dancing.